to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make sense.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of everyone welcome.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this party started. Now, guys, I had to come right back. I had to turn around and come right back because I realized that Mayor Eric Adams was about to speak, and also so is Damian Williams, and the indictment has been unsealed. So we're about to get into it. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Now, I had a video scheduled to premiere on the backup channel at 11:30, but because I'm right back on here, I changed it to 1:15. So you all can still catch that video. It's a video about Diddy's daughter, his adopted white daughter. Where is she? Okay, so that is a replay because many of you already saw it. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get into it. Okay. Hello, Juju said low down dirty scoundrels know what to do. Jay Great, Buckhurst DC, Rita, Lillian X, Vithia, G from the lands of Rhonda. Okay, shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuned into the Queen. Now listen, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And right before we get started, let's have a word from my sponsors.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, and don't forget that you can purchase your 12 Tribes at Etsy.com, go to Lisa Crafts, and also at Walmart.com. Okay, so now I'm going to be going over the 57-page indictment, and it is very salacious, okay? But before, let's go to this press conference. Now, I rewound it back just a bit so you all wouldn't miss anything.
One, two, three. So you good?
I had Black Lives Matter crowd in New York saying that this is not a black day. This is not a black day. This is a youth day. This is a youth day, Eric Adams. This is not a black day. Your policies are anti-black. You are a disgrace to all black people in this city. The things that you have done are unconscionable. You hurt our schools, our streets, our children are harassed by the police. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You can shush me all you want, but the people are with us. And this is not a black day. This is a justice day.
First of all, I want to thank you for being here this morning. And I want to thank the supporters of all ethnic groups that I hear, particularly the men and women of the clergy that's here, that have joined me here today. And we are not surprised. We expected this. This is not surprising to us at all. The actions that have unfolded over the last 10 months, the leaks, the commentary, the demonizing, this did not surprise us that we reached this day. And I ask New Yorkers to wait to hear our defense before making any judgments. In about 30 minutes, you're going to hear a story of the case that is in front of us. The story will come from the federal prosecutors. And I ask to wait and hear our side to this narrative. From here, my attorneys will take care of the case so I can take care of the city. My day-to-day will not change. I will continue to do the job for 8.3 million New Yorkers that I was elected to do.
Amen. Amen.
And the 300,000 plus employees of our city government will continue to do their jobs, because this is what we do as New Yorkers. It's an insult to the hardworking people of the city that anyone would say that they won't do their jobs while this case proceeds in the background. They are dedicated public servants, and I have been one of them for many years, and they're going to continue to do their job, moving the city forward every day. It's an unfortunate day, and it's a painful day. But inside of all of that, it's a day when we will finally reveal why for 10 months I have gone through this. And I look forward to defending myself and defending the people of this city as I've done throughout my entire professional career.
That's right.
I want to now turn it over to the person who started me on this journey, Reverend Herbert Daughtry.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You are our mayor, and will be till time come, still will be our mayor to all the supporters. Irrespective of what people say, he's still our mayor. As he has indicated, we started on a journey a long time ago. I encouraged him to join the police department. He did, and you know the rest of the story. So, you know, Mr. Mayor, Eric, it's one more battle we have to fight. There's one more battle we have to fight. And we're not about to quit. We're not about to give up. That's right. You'll be there. You'll be there to the end. God bless you. God be with you. Yes. We're going to win this fight.
And so, let me get an umbrella, put it on the device so the water won't get inside there, Robbie. Wait, hold on 1 moment. Hold on. You know we don't do this calling out stuff at my press conferences. When we finish speaking, we will respond to a few questions. We just want to cover that. Are you good, Robbie? I affectionately call her Mother Dukes. Has been a head of the NAACP and just a leader that has mentored me throughout my entire journey. I want to now come call up Mother Hazel Dukes.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Hazel Dukes. I live in Harlem. I'm 90. Would you be quiet? Would you shut up? I'm 92 years of age. Yes, yes. I've known this young man for over 40 years. I come with a heavy heart today, yes, but my head is not unbowed.
All right.
He's going to have his day in court. Yes. And we're going to stand by him. Yes, we came this morning to pray for him. Yes. Because prayer changed things. Yes, 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 yes. I am asking all New Yorkers, yes, to hear his side. Yes. To let him have a day in court. Let him have his day in court. Amen. And then we can make our decisions. Amen. But we are not here today to criticize the federal government where you might be, but shush. That's all you do. That's all you brought here to criticize. Yeah. We are going to be here. We're going to be here.
I'm sorry, Mother Duke. Brother, this is a 92-year-old elder. Show us some respect. A 92-year-old elder.
She stands next to you. She stands next to Cuomo. As the NAACP, as the 501c3, you be standing for a political candidate. Stop that. You're always in favor. You are always in favor of the top until they come after you.
We are calling on all New Yorkers to listen carefully, not to the loudmouth, but listen to facts and figures. His lawyers will go and do our work for us, and we will stand with this mayor. Right.
We want to now bring one of our amazing bishops up forward now. Bishop.
You're an embarrassment to black people. You're an embarrassment to black people.
We are admonished to be angry and sin not. We can have our anger and we move forward. 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 None of us. A due process for all of us. There's a process that starts, it has a middle, and it has an end. And none of us has the right to preempt that process. If I have an accident, I have to report to my insurance, and they fight it out, and then a verdict is announced. We cannot prejudge any situation in fear that we might prejudge it inappropriately. And the same justice that we want for ourselves, we want for our mayor. That's right. If I confess, I know there is a God that says he's faithful and just to forgive me of my sin and to cleanse me from everything that is unrighteous. Until the verdict is announced, we stand. We are not people who have a yellow strip down our back, and neither are we intimidated by loud voices. Whatever the truth is, the truth will prevail.
Good morning, my fellow New Yorkers. Good morning. My fellow New Yorkers, I wanted to let you know, Mayor Eric Adams, whom you know for 62 years, who served you in the 80s and 90s when New York was facing the worst time in its history, is the same mayor that's standing right here, is the same mayor that will stand tomorrow, and is the same mayor that will be re-elected. 62 years will not be replaced by 5 indictments that will be fought and will be exonerated. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. And
Hold on. Let's go to Damian Williams, honey, because Damian Williams started. Let's go to that footage. I want to hear this. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong one. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Let's get the likes up. Let's hear what the U.S. attorney has to say. Okay, here we go.
Corruption alleged in the indictment is, as I said, long-running. As we allege in the indictment, Adams' solicitation of illegal campaign contributions began in 2018. After he started raising funds for his 2021 mayoral campaign, he agreed to take contributions offered by multiple Turkish businessmen, several of whom he met in Turkey. Adams knew that these wealthy individuals could not legally donate in a U.S. election. Federal law clearly prohibits foreign donations. That's how we protect our elections from foreign influence. Yet Adams directed his staff to pursue this illegal money to support his campaign for mayor. And as we allege, Adams continued to pursue foreign money in secret well into 2021. And it didn't stop with his first campaign for mayor. As we allege, in 2023, the mayor rekindled these corrupt relationships, seeking more illegal campaign contributions from some of the same foreign sources to support his re-election campaign. Adams also took contributions that broke other laws. As we allege, he sought contributions from businessmen far in excess of what the law allowed. He also allegedly sought contributions from corporations, which are not allowed to contribute at all in New York City elections. Many of those illegal corporate contributions were organized by the same people who organized the illegal foreign contributions. And Adams allegedly disguised them all in the same way by accepting the money through so-called straw donors. A straw donor contributes someone else's money, hiding the money's illegal source, such as a foreign businessman, a corporation, or a wealthy New Yorker who has already contributed the maximum amount allowed. And as we allege, Adams circumvented all of these laws, taking contributions from exactly the sources the law prohibits, all to benefit his mayoral campaigns. Now, Adams also personally benefited from the illegal conduct alleged in the indictment. Adams solicited and accepted over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits for years from wealthy Turkish business people and at least one Turkish government official seeking to gain influence over him. Adams started accepting undisclosed luxury travel benefits at least as early as 2016. He took these benefits nearly every year through 2021. Here are some of the benefits that we uncovered during our investigation. In 2016, Adams flew to India through Turkey and received 2 free round-trip upgrades for business class seats. That's the highest class on Turkey's national airline. Those upgrades were worth more than $12,000. And none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2017, Adams accepted free business class tickets for himself and his travel companions to France, Turkey, and China. And he was put up in the Bentley suite in the St. Regis Hotel in Istanbul. All of that was worth more than $41,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. Also in 2017, he flew to China, again, through Turkey, and accepted 2 free business class tickets for himself and a companion. Those were worth more than $16,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2018, he flew to Hungary.
Or at once, sell it to us. Don't love it anymore? Sell it to us.
$12,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2019, he flew to Turkey and accepted a free upgrade to business class for his companion and a free stay in a lavish suite at the St. Regis Hotel in Istanbul. That was worth more than $9,000. And again, none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2021, Adams solicited business class tickets to Istanbul, stays at luxury hotels and resorts, yacht tours, and meals. As we allege, he asked to pay a nominal fee for all of this in order to disguise what we allege were in fact bribes. He canceled that trip at the very last minute, but the benefits that he solicited were worth more than $21,000. And later in 2021, Adams flew to Ghana, again, through Turkey, and accepted free business class ticket upgrades and other gifts while he was on a layover in Istanbul. Those benefits were worth more than $12,000. And just like all the other benefits I've just run through, none of it was publicly disclosed. Now, I want to be clear. These upgrades and freebies were not part of some frequent flyer or loyalty program available to the general public. As we allege, this was a multi-year scheme to buy favor with a single New York City politician on the rise, Eric Adams. Now, this is a chart with all of the undisclosed travel benefits that we uncovered during the investigation. We just list it all out here. You see the year, 2016, 2017, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2 in 2021. The destination, India all the way to Ghana. The benefits, the free upgrades or free tickets altogether, the hotel stays, and the value. And if you just sum up all the dollar amounts here, you get to more than $100,000. And of course, as I said before, every single trip that we list here was undisclosed. As we allege in the indictment, in addition to not disclosing these benefits, Adams sometimes created fake paper trails to try to cover up the travel benefits he solicited and received. Let me give you one example. Adams wrote emails to his staff suggesting he paid for his 2017 business class flights on the Turkish airline when, as we allege, he did not. Those flights were worth a lot of money. Just one ticket alone cost more than $10,000. But months after taking the flights, Adams wrote an email to a staff member and told the staff member that he had left cash in her desk drawer and that she should send the money to the Turkish airline to pay for a trip he had already taken. As the indictment makes clear, that's just a clumsy cover-up. Now, just because Adams received benefits for free, that doesn't mean that there weren't strings attached. As we allege, a particular Turkish government official behind many of the benefits Adams sought and accepted gave Adams all these things to gain influence over him. We allege that Adams knew that and took the benefits anyway. We allege that when the Turkish government official needed him, Adams also took corrupt official action in exchange for some of the luxury travel benefits. In 2021, the Turkish government official was trying to open a brand new high-rise building in Manhattan that would house Turkey's consulate. There was significant time pressure because the Turkish official desperately needed the building to be open in time for a visit from Turkey's president. This building was important to the Turkish official, and it was important to Turkey. But the FDNY's fire safety professionals wouldn't let the building open because the building hadn't passed an inspection. And not just that, some of the people at the FDNY thought the building had so many issues and defects that the building was not safe to occupy. So the Turkish official sent word to Adams that it was, quote, his turn, unquote, to support Turkey. And as we allege, Adams delivered and pressured the fire department to let the building open. The FDNY professionals were convinced that they would lose their jobs if they didn't back down. And so they did. They got out of the way and let the building open. The Turkish official got what he wanted. And as we explained in the indictment, just 4 days after Adams held up his end of the bargain, he went right back to soliciting more travel benefits from the Turkish airline. Now, I want to make 3 things crystal clear. First, the conduct alleged in the indictment, the foreign money, the corporate money, the bribery, the years of concealment, is a grave breach of the public's trust. Public office is a privilege. We allege that Mayor Adams abused that privilege and broke the law. Laws that are designed to ensure that officials like him serve the people, not the highest bidder, not a foreign bidder, and certainly not a foreign power. These are bright red lines, and we allege that the mayor crossed them again and again for years. That is the only reason we are here today. Second, this investigation continues. We continue to dig, and we will hold more people accountable. And I encourage anyone with information to come forward and to do so before it is too late. And third, the Southern District of New York remains committed to rooting out corruption without fear or favor and without regard to partisan politics. We are not focused on the right or the left. We are focused only on right and wrong. That is our duty, and we will fulfill it. Now, today's charges are the product of a tremendous partnership. I want to thank our partners at FBI and the New York City Department of Investigation who have been with us every step of the way. And finally, I want to commend the outstanding career prosecutors from SDNY who are handling this case. Celia Cohen, Andrew Rohrbach, Hagen Scotton, and Derek Wickstrom, and the chiefs of the Public Corruption Unit, Laura Pomerantz and Robert Sobelman. It's now my pleasure to turn the podium over to FBI Assistant Director in Charge, James Dennehy.
Good morning, and thank you for being here today. The indictment of a sitting mayor is not just another headline. It is a stinging reminder that no one is above the law or beyond reproach. And it serves as a sobering moment for all of us who place our trust in elected officials. Today's indictment sends a powerful message to every elected official in this country. Public service is a profound responsibility and should be a noble calling. When that's perverted by greed and dishonesty, it robs us of our trust. It's a pact between leaders and their communities, built on the pillars of trust, accountability, and transparency. When that pact is broken, the consequences ripple far beyond one office or one election cycle. We know not all leaders are corrupt. We know there are countless public servants who wake up every day with the intention of doing right by their constituents. But we cannot ignore the shadow cast by moments like this. When trust is eroded, it takes years, sometimes decades, to rebuild. The weight of today's actions falls not just on the indicted official, but on every other public official who must now work harder to earn the public's confidence in them. It's important to remember accountability isn't just about punishing those with alleged wrongdoings. It's about lifting the communities they've let down. It's about rebuilding, restoring, and reimagining what public servants can and should do. It's up to us to demand more from our leaders, to hold them to the highest standards, and to remind them that the power of public office should never be abused. While some may be disappointed today, let me encourage you not to be defeated. The strength of our communities, our faith in one another, and our collective resilience are far greater than the alleged failings of any one individual. In closing, I'd like to thank the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams, and his office, Commissioner Jocelyn Strauber and the New York City Department of Investigation and her team, as well as my team, the Public Corruption Squad here at FBI New York. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome up Commissioner Jocelyn Strauber from the New York City Department of Investigation.
Thank you, Damian. Good morning. Today, for the first time in New York City's modern history, we announce criminal charges against the sitting mayor of New York City. As our highest elected official, the mayor should set the standard for all of city government and exemplify the integrity, transparency, and dedication to serving the public that all New Yorkers deserve. Instead, the indictment unsealed today alleges that Mayor Adams abused his power and position for nearly a decade as Brooklyn Borough President and as mayor to enrich himself and his mayoral campaigns. As charged, he sought and received illegal campaign contributions, luxury travel, and other personal benefits from foreign nationals, as well as individuals and businesses. He allegedly took steps to conceal those illegal contributions and personal benefits and involved city employees and campaign staff in that concealment. As the indictment explains, this kind of corruption has real costs to the city and to the public. As alleged, the mayor's 2021 campaign falsely certified compliance with campaign finance laws in order to conceal those illegal campaign contributions, and as a result of those false certifications, received over $10 million in public matching funds. The mayor's alleged acceptance and concealment of illegal contributions and personal benefits gave overseas benefactors, wealthy individuals, and businesses undue influence over the mayor, influence that federal and local laws seek to prevent. And as charged, in exchange for certain personal benefits, the mayor pressured the New York City Fire Department to forego a required fire safety inspection before the opening of the new Turkish consulate building. As the city's Inspector General, the Department of Investigation, a city agency, conducts its investigations confidentially and wholly independent of City Hall. We handled this investigation as we would any other, following the facts and seeking to hold wrongdoers accountable no matter their role or title. Our unique access to city records and expertise in matters of city government make us a critical partner in the fight to root out corruption, working closely with our law enforcement colleagues at the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. If you have information about this case or about illegal conduct by any New York City official or employee, I encourage you to contact DOI by email at tipline@doi.nyc.gov or by phone at 212-825-2828. I want to thank the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York and the FBI for their partnership on this investigation. And I want to recognize and thank the dedicated, hardworking DOI investigators who are handling this matter. Senior Inspector General Eleanor Rivkin, Inspector General Audrey Feldman, Deputy Inspectors General Arturo Sanchez and Trenton Sweeney, and their supervisors, Deputy Commissioners Christopher Ryan and Dominic Sorella. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Can you just say, Mr. Mayor Eric Adams has said he's not going to resign. He said that this is a witch hunt because
CBS News 24/7.
Okay, so you all heard that. Oh, so crazy. Hold on. So at the end of the day, this is all nefarious, okay? And I want you all to pay attention because the mayor was good friends with Diddy, okay? He was absolutely good friends with Diddy. Now, we're going to get into that in just a second, but hold on. Let's hear what they're saying in this news report real quick. Lights up. Everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
From the Southern District of New York and the FBI, just with specificity, laid out serious charges against the current sitting mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. He is now charged with bribery, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, illegal campaign contributions from foreign nationals, and an additional count of wire fraud. And they specified that some of this has to do with flights, international flights totaling $100,000 that were undisclosed to the American people.
Okay, so you all heard it. I told you a whole lot of bribery goes on, especially when people want those city contracts. And at the end of the day, you know, like I told you all, he was friends with Diddy. Please pay attention. He was not only friends with Diddy, he was friends with the fraudulent Bishop Lamar Whitehead. Okay, so like I told you guys on the last video, I'm not surprised at all that any of this happened to him. And here's the thing. So now in the wake of this, they say disturbing footage has resurfaced of New York City Mayor Eric Adams handing Sean Diddy Combs the key to the city as both men face lawsuits. In a surface clip from last September, when the mayor gave Diddy the key at the Times Square ceremony, the Democratic leader of the Big Apple said, "The bad boy of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics." Well, I guess it doesn't pay because you know what they say, right? Bad boys. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? That's all I'm saying. No, he did say the bad boy of politics. That didn't age so well. That's all I'm saying. And so it comes as Diddy awaits trial at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center in New York after being indicted on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Meanwhile, Adams became the city's first mayor to be charged criminally while still in office, following a number of federal corruption probes into campaign finances and alleged kickback schemes among top brass. 2 months after Diddy was awarded the key, his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against him, alleging that he raped her and physically abused her over the course of 10 years. And then, of course, we know about the other salacious, nefarious, and egregious accusations that followed. But like I said, Eric Adams and Diddy was ace boons. Okay, please pay attention. Let me just show you all this picture because here you can see them chopping it up. Okay, this is two bad boys, honey. You had a bad boy in the music industry and a bad boy of politics. Y'all heard what he said. Okay, look at it. Look at it. You see, that's why Diddy got that key to the city. Okay, that's why he got the key to the city. And I told you all on the previous broadcast about Diddy's political ties. And this is why so many people feared him, because Diddy also had an added layer of power due to the people that he knew in politics. Okay, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Mayor Eric Adams, Al Sharpton's little old ugly self with the bobblehead, his voter die campaign, and all of it. So it all added up. So with that all being said, I wonder how Diddy's feeling right now, because here's the thing. I'll bet you right now that Diddy is smiling that the mayor too has been indicted. Did Diddy give information to the feds? I have questions, because here's the thing. Diddy would likely have been upset and on the outs with Mayor Eric Adams once he rescinded that key to the city. Once Mayor Eric Adams rescinded that key to the city from Diddy. So I'm pretty sure that him and Diddy are currently on the outs. Because remember, Adams wrote back in June that he stands with survivors of domestic abuse, while also noting that the key was awarded to model citizens and that Diddy no longer met that criteria. Okay? The shocking footage of Diddy attacking Cassie Ventura, which was obtained by CNN, shows the rapper shirtless, wrapped in a towel around his waist, chasing her down the hall at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City. Okay, and we all saw what followed. So of course, Mayor Eric Adams came out and spoke out against that. What else was he supposed to do? What else was he supposed to do, honey? At the end of the day, it's every man for himself and God for us all. When the ship is sinking, you don't go down with the ship. According to Mayor Eric Adams, you jump ship. Okay, you abandon. That's what you do. Deronda said, that's what I was thinking too, Queen. Absolutely. Okay, and so with that all being said, let's talk about this indictment, because it's been unsealed. And when I tell you it is much longer than Diddy's, it's a whole 57 pages, and I'm about to share it on the screen so we can get into it. All right, likes up, everyone, please like and share. It doesn't cost you a thing to like and share. Now, I'm putting out all this information, dropping all these receipts. The least you can do is hit the like button. Please pay attention. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, we're going to go over this very salacious lawsuit. That's what we're going to do. So let's talk about it. All right, put my watermark on there. Okay, so likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, in 2014, Eric Adams, the defendant, became Brooklyn Borough president. Okay, thereafter, for nearly a decade, Adams sought and accepted improper valuable benefits such as luxury international travel, including from wealthy foreign business people and at least one Turkish government official. Now, here's what I want you all to pay attention, because I'm about to make a connection. I'm about to make a connection. Do you all remember how I reported to you last year after Diddy started getting hit with all those barrage of lawsuits? Do you all once in the chat, please put once in the chat if you remember me telling you guys that Diddy had ties to a Turkish DJ that turned up dead and his girlfriend barely escaped with her life. Okay, all due to some sort of drug deal. And we know that Diddy has been accused or alleged to have been involved in trafficking of drugs. Okay, so I see a lot of ones in the chat. Now, the reason I bring that up is because Diddy had ties to people over in Turkey that were involved in nefarious things, and supposedly so did Mayor Eric Adams. Now, do you all think that's a coincidence? Because I sure don't. Okay, so he was over there getting all these benefits, accepting improper valuable benefits, as they say, from businessmen and at least one Turkish government official. What I also want you all to pay attention to is all these people that stepped down. All these people that started resigning and stepping down after their phones were confiscated, after certain things were coming out about the investigation, these people likely helped to throw Mayor Eric Adams, under the bus to save themselves, just like people are going to do Diddy. So I want you all to pay attention because these cases definitely have some parallels. And it's very interesting that both of these men are under indictment at the same time. Okay, so now goes on to say that by 2018, Adams, who had by then made known his plans to run for mayor of New York City, not only accepted but sought illegal campaign contributions to his 2021 mayoral campaign, as well as other things of value from foreign nationals. Now, as Adams's prominence and power grew, his foreign national benefactors sought to cash in on their corrupt relationships with him, particularly when in 2021, it became clear that Adams would become New York City's mayor. Adams agreed, providing favorable treatment in exchange for the illicit benefits that he received. And after his inauguration as mayor of New York City, Adams soon began preparing for his next election, including by planning to solicit more illegal contributions and granting requests from those who supported his 2021 mayoral campaign with such donations. And remember, they talked about there was a certain amount of donations that you were supposed to stop at, like you couldn't only accept certain amounts. See, that's what I told you all on the last broadcast. That's why many of these people were giving him like $1,500 donations, because they were trying not to set off any red flags. So goes on to say Eric Adams, the defendant, sought and accepted illegal campaign contributions in the form of nominee or straw contributions, meaning that the true contributors conveyed their money through nominal donors who falsely certified they were contributing their own money. By smuggling their contributions to Adams through U.S.-based straw donors, Adams's overseas contributors defeated federal laws that serve to prevent foreign intelligence on U.S. elections. Okay, that could be considered election interference. Now, wealthy individuals evaded laws designed to limit their power over elected officials by restricting the amounts any one person can donate to an individual candidate. Now, and business circumvented New York City's ban on corporate contributions by funneling their donations through multiple employees, frustrating a law that seeks to reduce corporate power in politics, because they know that people will absolutely abuse their power. Okay, that's what they know. So by funneling their donations through multiple employees, frustrating a law that seeks to reduce corporate power in politics. Now, Adams increased his fundraising by accepting these concealed illegal donations at the cost of giving his secret patrons the undue influence over him that the law tries to prevent. You see, they have all this stuff set in place for reasons. They don't want people giving you in excessive amounts of money or other things of value, because that is almost like bribery. And in fact, in many cases, it actually is bribery. But sometimes people do these things so in the sort of you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. So they, of course, can get something from it. Now, goes on to say that Eric Adams, the defendant, compounded his gains from the straw contributions by using them to defraud New York City and steal public funds. Okay, so there's an element of theft involved in this as well. Now, New York City has a matching funds program that matches small dollar contributions from individual city residents with up to 8 times their amount in public funds, to give New Yorkers a greater voice in elections. Now, Adams' campaign applied for matching funds. They applied for matching funds based on known straw donations, fraudulently obtaining as much as $2,000 in public funds for each illegal contribution. Okay, so every time they got an illegal contribution, they got $2,000 of public funds. Sometimes it was likely more, but we know that it was as much, at least up to $2,000. Now, Adams and those working at his direction falsely certified compliance with applicable campaign finance regulations, despite Adams's repeated acceptance of straw donations, relying on the concealed nature of these illegal contributions to falsely portray his campaigns as law-abiding. As a result of those false contributions or false certifications, Adams' 2021 mayoral campaign received more than $10 million in public funds. So it clearly lets us know that those $2,000 added up. Because all in total, it was more than $10 million from the public funds. Now, Eric Adams, the defendant, also sought and received other improper benefits from some of the same co-conspirators who funneled straw donations to his campaign. Now, in particular, a senior official in the Turkish diplomatic establishment, the Turkish official who facilitated many straw donations to Adams, also arranged for Adams and his companions to receive free or discounted travel on Turkey's national airline. Please pay attention. Now, which is owned in significant part by the Turkish government to destinations including France, China, Sri Lanka, India, Hungary, and Turkey itself. Now, the Turkish official and other Turkish nationals further arranged for Adams and his companions to receive, among other things, free rooms at opulent hotels, free meals at high-end restaurants, and free luxurious entertainment while in Turkey. Honey, they were balling out of control and living their best life, okay? Living life like it was golden. Exactly what Diddy was doing. Please pay attention. Now, Eric Adams, the defendant, and others working at his direction repeatedly took steps to shield his solicitation and acceptance of these benefits from public scrutiny. Adams did not disclose the travel benefits that he had obtained in annual financial disclosures he was required to file as New York City employee. Sometimes Adams agreed to pay a nominal fee to create the appearance of having paid for travel that was in fact heavily discounted. Okay, so running game is all he was doing. Other times, Adams created and instructed others to create fake paper trails, okay, falsely suggesting that he had paid or planned to pay for travel benefits that were actually free. And Adams deleted messages with others involved. This is also nefarious, involved in his misconduct, including in one instance assuring a co-conspirator in writing that he always deleted their messages. Okay, that's what he told her. I always delete your messages. Now, in September of 2021, the Turkish official told Eric Adams, the defendant, that it was his turn to repay the Turkish official by pressuring the New York City Fire Department, okay, to facilitate the opening of a new Turkish consular building, a 36-story skyscraper without a fire inspection. Now, here's the thing, because they knew that they likely were not going to pass the inspection, of course, okay, and they wanted to open up in a hurry and didn't want to waste any time. And so he asked him to have the fire department just, evade the inspection in time for a high-profile visit by Turkey's president. And at the time, the building would have failed an FDNY inspection, which is the fire department of New York. Now, in exchange for other free travel and other travel-related bribes in 2021, excuse me, and 2022, arranged by the Turkish official, Adams did as instructed. Now, because of Adams's pressure on the fire department official responsible for the fire department's assessment of the skyscraper's fire safety was told that he would lose his job if he failed to acquiesce, and after Adams intervened, the skyscraper opened as requested by the Turkish official. So they're out here threatening to lose people, take people's jobs and all of that. I want you all to think about this, because a firefighter has a very important job, okay? And this is someone who's in the business of saving lives. So this nefarious man wanted, basically telling the firefighters, oh yeah, you'll get fired, you'll lose your job if you don't, push back this inspection, or just go ahead and approve it, even though it hasn't even had an inspection. So the New York City Campaign Finance Board, known as the CFB, oversees and administers a publicly funded campaign finance system for municipal election in New York City, including a matching funds program, okay, that provides eligible candidates with public funds to match small dollar contributions. Okay, I'm going to skip past some of this because, like I told you all, honey, it's 57 pages. I mean, they got him dead to right. I want you all to pay attention. Because at one point they say the matching funds program would provide up to $8 and matching funds for each dollar of eligible contributions, up to $250 from New York City residents. So in other words, basically from each eligible contribution of at least $250, a participating candidate could collect up to $2,000 in matching funds. Okay, the matching funds program would provide up to $12,952,888 in the matching funds. Honey, so this is all, like I said, so salacious. They even included some pictures in here of some of the places he went, some of the luxurious things that he was involved in. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? The Bentley suite bedroom. That's where he was staying, honey, living large and in charge. Okay, please pay attention. Definitely taking advantage of his authority. This is the bathroom. I'm sorry, but I thought that was a bar for a second. But this is the Bentley suite bathroom. Although booking the Bentley suite for 2 nights would have cost approximately $7,000, Adams paid a total of less than $600 for the hotel. So in order to conceal the valuable flight, hotel, and other travel benefits that Eric Adams, the defendant, accepted from foreign nationals seeking influence over him, he did not disclose any of those trips on his annual disclosure forms, despite a legal requirement to do so. So there were a whole bunch of improprieties, people. There were so many, okay, that it's ridiculous. Now, by law, certain New York City elected officials and candidates for elected office are required to file annual reports with the COIB, disclosing their financial information and outside positions and interests, as well as those of their spouses or domestic partners and emancipated children. Now, the purpose of the annual disclosure law is to provide transparency to ensure that there are no prohibited conflicts of interest between public servants, their official duties, and their private interests. At all times relevant to this indictment, Adams was an elected New York City official required to file annual disclosure forms with the COIB. Now, on his 2016 and 2017 COIB annual disclosure forms, Adams was asked whether he had received any gifts or gifts from the same person, entity, or donor or affiliated donors who had no business dealings with the city, other than a relative in a total amount or with a total value of $1,000 or more during the year. Adams answered no. Adams also answered no to a similar question, asking whether he had received any gifts worth $50 or more from a person, entity, donor, or affiliated donor who did have business with New York City. The valuable travel benefits Adams solicited and accepted, including the free business class upgrade for travel from New York to India, the free business class tickets for 3 from New York to France, Turkey, Sri Lanka, and China, the heavily discounted stay in the Bentley suite, and the free business class tickets for 2 from New York City to China through Turkey for each of the 2016-2017 trips described in paragraphs 12 and 14, each exceed $1,000 in value, as would be obvious to anyone who, like Adams, had extensive experience traveling overseas. So he knew that he was out of order and that he was doing something that was frowned upon and, in fact, illegal and unethical, but he chose to do it anyway. Now, Eric Adams, the defendant, also sought to conceal the luxury travel benefits that he solicited and accepted from foreign nationals by creating fake paper trails, which members of Adams's own staff assisted in at his direction. Okay, so some of these people are co-conspirators. They could be likely unindicted co-conspirators because they're probably not even going to look into them, and lots of them resigned, like I said, because they're probably snitching or told all the information that they could muster to save themselves. So, for example, Adams attempted to create a fake paper trail suggesting that he had paid his 2017 flights on the Turkish Airlines when in fact he had not. As Brooklyn Borough President, Adams employed a scheduler, okay, who managed his appointments, meetings, and other official events. Now, despite her status as a New York City employee, the Adams scheduler was used by Adams to perform personal tasks for him, such as collecting rent at a Brooklyn property that he owned. Adams also assigned the Adams scheduler to pay various personal expenses for him, after which Adams would reimburse the Adams scheduler in cash. Now, in 2017, Adams sent a series of emails to the Adams scheduler directing the Adams scheduler to pay for the free 2017 flights that he and his companions had already taken on the Turkish airline. But the emails provided inconsistent explanations. Now, in some, Adams suggested that the Adams scheduler should pay by using Adams's credit card, while in others, Adams claimed to have left cash in an envelope for the Adams scheduler to send to the Turkish airline. So, for example, on November the 25th of 2017, Adams sent an email to the Adams scheduler saying that with respect to the July trip, meaning the July and August of 2017 trip on the Turkish airline, he says, I left you the money for the international airline in an envelope in your top desk drawer. Please send it to them. Give the cost of the international business class tickets for Adams alone. Adams's email suggested that he left at a minimum well over $10,000 in cash in the Adams scheduler's desk drawer to send to the Turkish airline as payment for the flights taken months earlier. He did not do that, as records from the Turkish airline confirm that Adams did not pay the airline in cash or otherwise because the tickets were complimentary. So he was trying to cover his tracks. That's what he was definitely trying to do. He was trying to cover his tracks. And I really don't think that the Adams scheduler, as they refer to the person, I really don't think she knew so much of what she was doing. Okay, so in return for travel benefits, the Turkish official provided or arranged in or about 2015 and 2016, Eric Adams, the defendant, granted a political request from the Turkish official. Now, prior to Adams' 2015 travel to Turkey, which Adams knew and disclosed to the COIB, had been funded by, among other entities, the Turkish consulate and the Turkish airline and 3 separate municipalities in Turkey. Adams had maintained a relationship with a Turkish community center in Brooklyn. Okay, now in or about 2016, the Turkish official told Adams that the community center was affiliated with a Turkish political movement that was hostile to Turkey's government, and that if Adams wished to continue receiving support from the Turkish government, Adams could no longer associate with the community center, and Adams acquiesced. No, he didn't. This is all nefarious. Now, in 2018, Eric Adams, the defendant, began raising funds for the 2021 campaign. Adams was closely involved in the details of fundraising which he regarded as vital to his success. Now, as he texts a close supporter later in the campaign, he says, "You win the race by raising money. Have to raise money. Everything else is fluff. I have a $7 million race. I have a clear plan to raise it, and each night we're out here executing that plan." Now, throughout the 2021 campaign, Adams solicited and heavily accepted straw donations, including from foreign sources, while continuing to secretly accept free and heavily discounted travel benefits from the Turkish official, the promoter, and the airline manager. Now, as part of these efforts, Eric Adams, the defendant, solicited and knowingly accepted straw donations to the 2021 campaign that were facilitated by the Turkish official and the airline manager, among others. Now, I want you all to pay attention because it's more likely than not that Diddy was possibly one of his straw donors. Okay, because like I told you all, Diddy had serious political ties. Diddy was heavily involved in a lot of the stuff that was going on with New York politics and all of that. And we know that he was close to Mayor Eric Adams. That's why he got that key in the first place. So it's no doubt in my mind that Diddy allegedly would have given money to Eric Adams's campaign. So, beginning at least as early as April of 2018, Adams asked the airline manager to fundraise for the 2021 campaign, and the airline manager sought to organize a fundraiser. Now, on June 14th of 2018, the Turkish official exchanged messages with the Adams staffer asking how much can companies donate. And the Adams staffer explained that only individuals can donate to the 2021 campaign. On June 22nd of 2018, Adams attended a fundraiser for the 2021 campaign. The airline manager, among others, organized and attended the event. Now, following the event, the Turkish official messaged the Adams staffer asking for the list of participants of the June 22nd meeting. The Adams staffer then sent the Turkish official the list for June 22nd of 2018, which included the names of various people who donated to the 2021 campaign in the preceding days or who donated in the following days, raising in excess of $15,000. A promotional flyer for the June 22nd, 2018 fundraiser listed as one of the fundraiser's hosts a friend of the airline manager who owns an airport transportation business. And in a series of messages exchanged with the Adams staffer, businessman 2 stated that he had facilitated a straw donation through an associate. Records from the CFB show that the associate ultimately donated $3,000 in his own name and described himself as unemployed. So sitting there just lying. Clearly lying. And the footnote says many of the conversations quoted in this indictment, including this conversation between the Adams staffer and the Turkish official, were held in a language other than English. Okay, so they were not even speaking English when all this was going down. So is the mayor bilingual? Now, Eric Adams, the defendant, also sought to arrange for his campaign to receive unlawful contributions from Turkish nationals, which would be routed through U.S.-based straw donors. And then on June 22nd of 2018, the same day as the fundraising event just described, the Adams staffer and the promoter discussed the text message, a possible trip, or they discussed by text message, a possible trip by Adams to Turkey. The promoter stated in part, fundraising in Turkey is not legal, but I think I can raise money for your campaign off the record. So definitely improprieties, okay, and shady tactics being used. Now, the Adams staffer inquired, how will Adams declare that money here? They wanted to know how he's going to be able to claim that money. How is he going to declare it? They say he won't declare it, is what the promoter responded saying, or will make the donation through an American citizen in the U.S. A Turk. I'll give cash to him in Turkey, or I'll send it to an American. He will make a donation to you. The Adams staffer replied, I think he wouldn't get involved. I think he wouldn't get involved in such games. They might cause a big stink later on. Now, this person, I want you all to pay attention. This staffer was thinking ahead. Okay, so they had some sense because they said, I wouldn't think he would do that and get involved in such games because this might cause a big stink later on. But I'll ask anyways. Now, they had the wherewithal and the due diligence to realize this is something shady, unethical, and this is not something that he should be doing, but I'll ask him anyway and see what he says. So the Adams staffer then asked, how much do you think would come from you? A dollar amounts. And the promoter said maximum $100,000. The Adams staffer says $100K. Do you have a chance to transfer that here? We can't do it while Eric is in Turkey. To which the promoter replied, let's think. Now, after this conversation, the Adams staffer asked Adams whether the Adams staffer should pursue the unlawful foreign contributions offered by the promoter. And contrary to the Adams staffer expectations, Adams directed the Adams staffer directed that the Adams staffer pursue the promoter's illegal scheme. You see, the staffer was clearly shocked. They were appalled. Okay, nonetheless, that he actually accepted it, that he was like, yeah, go ahead, let's get it. Let's get all that we can. Because he knew this is illegal. Like, why are you going to get involved in this scheme, these sorts of games? But apparently the staffer had more sense than Mayor Eric Adams because he was likely thinking in his greed. Okay, he's likely thinking in his mind of greed, power, and political prowess. Please pay attention. Now, in November of 2018, businessman number 1, the wealthy Turkish national who owned the Turkish University, a for-profit educational conglomerate in Turkey, and whom Adams met there in 2015, well, that person visited New York City. Adams and the Adams staffer met with businessman number 1 at Brooklyn Borough Hall. Now, at the close of the meeting, businessman 1 offered to contribute funds to the 2021 campaign, although Adams knew that businessman 1 was a Turkish national who could not lawfully contribute to U.S. elections. Adams directed the Adams staffer to obtain the illegal contributions offered by businessman number one. So he was clearly taking illegal campaign contributions. Now, following up on this directive, Adams wrote to the Adams staffer that businessman number one is ready to help. I don't want his willing to help to be wasted. And as Adams directed, the Adams staffer maintained contact with businessman number one through intermediaries, culminating in Adams's accepting straw donations of businessman one's money, which is what we're about to talk about right here. So in 2018, Eric Adams, the defendant, also continued to secretly solicit and accept free and heavily discounted luxury travel benefits provided by the Turkish official and the airline manager. In January of 2018, Adams and Adams's partner traveled to Budapest, Hungary, through Istanbul. Several months earlier, Adams's partner had purchased 2 economy class tickets on the Turkish airline for approximately $560 each. In December of 2017, the Adams staffer, acting at Adams's direction, asked the airline manager to upgrade the tickets to business class, which he did for free. Had Adams and Adams's partner purchased their business class tickets, the tickets would have cost more than $14,000 in total, because that's $7,000 apiece. Consistent with his prior actions, Adams concealed this free and heavily discounted travel that the Turkish airline provided by omitting it in his 2018 COIB disclosure form, despite a requirement that he had to report it. So he's hiding evidence. He's accepting bribes for contracts, allegedly. He's sitting up here accepting free gifts from foreign nationals, free donations, and having this done through straw buyers. He's accepted all sorts of illegal gains. Okay? Now, it makes sense to see, as to why he and Diddy would be bosom buddies. Okay, so in January of 2019, Eric Adams, the defendant, and Adams's partner traveled to Turkey, Jordan, and Oman with the assistance of the promoter. Because Adams made his travel arrangements through the promoter and not through the airline manager did not upgrade Adams's economy class tickets on the Turkish airline, instead arranging a full upgrade only for Adams's partner. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Only for his partner. So with that all being said, had Adams's partner purchased her business class tickets, then it would have cost at least approximately $7,000, like I told you all. Okay, so in an effort to monopolize flight travel as a method of gaining influence with Adams, the airline manager observed that difficulty arose in upgrading Adams's because the arrangements had been made through others. When exchanging messages about another potential trip later in 2019, the Adams staffer requested an upgrade for Adams from the airline manager and explained in part that he learned his lesson the last time. Well, clearly Mayor Adams didn't learn his lesson. He said, "We're writing directly to you this time." After the 2019 trip, Adams exclusively arranged his flights on the Turkish airline through the airline manager, allowing the airline manager, the Turkish official, and the Turkish government to increase their influence over Adams. So during his 2019 trip, Eric Adams, the defendant, solicited and accepted travel benefits from the promoter, the Turkish entrepreneur who, as described above, facilitated Adams's second 2015 trip to Turkey, and in 2018 proposed to Adams via the Adams staffer, raising campaign contributions illegally in Turkey. Specifically, Adams solicited and accepted free hotel stays, dinners, and a boat trip, amongst other things, from the promoter, including a free 2-night stay in the Cosmopolitan Suite of the St. Regis Istanbul. And here's a picture of it. That's the living room of the suite. There's the bedroom. So like I told you all, he was living his best life, honey. Okay? He was living his best life. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this, as I told you all, because it's 57 pages. But I just wanted you all to get the gist of it, okay? Because that's the 21st page right there. Hold on, let's go through one more. Hold on. Now, after Adams was elected mayor, businessman number 4 sought to benefit from the influence with Adams that the Adams employees assured businessman 4 would result from the straw contributions. Amongst other things, businessman number 4 sought assistance from Adams and the Adams employees with arranging events celebrating the national heritage of businessman 4's ethnic community. And Adams and the Adams employees worked with businessman 4 to arrange such events with city sponsorship. So he was out here doing the most, honey. At the end of the day, I don't know why some of these people are trying to cape for him. Okay, I really don't. I really don't know why some of these people are trying to cape for him. And then there is another conversation that he supposedly had with his Turkish official. So let's talk about that real quick. When a fundraising effort organized or facilitated by the Turkish official failed to raise the amount of funds that the Turkish official had promised to Adams, the Turkish official told Adams and the Adams staffer that he would close the gap by obtaining sufficient funds from other sources to reach the promised amount. So, May 2021, Eric Adams, the defendant, sought and accepted straw donations from other businessmen. Businessman number 5, who operated another construction company in the New York area. And just like I told you guys on the back of the earlier broadcast, if you missed it, please go back and watch when I talked about how these contracts, get allocated to certain people or certain businesses and companies. It's because they very often will bribe the mayors of cities to do these things. They will give them money, under the guise of donations or whatever. It's really just a bribe, and then the mayors will appoint these city contracts to them. So then it goes on to say that in May of 2021, Eric Adams, the defendant, sought and accepted straw donations from another businessman number 5, who operated another construction company in the New York City area. Now, businessman number 5 is a prominent member of the New York City's Turkish community and made these donations at the behest of the Turkish official. In January of 2021, the Turkish official messaged the Adams staffer asking for a meeting with Adams. The Turkish official and the Adams staffer then exchanged the following messages. Now, here are the messages. I mean, they got all the receipts up in here. Please pay attention. Here are the messages. The staffer says, what will the topic be? The official says, the election. That's what. The staffer says, okay. Now, mind you, this Turkish official don't have any business talking about, involving himself in, donating to, or even mentioning the election that is going on in the United States in the city of New York. He had no business having any involvement in this. It's all illegal. Now, November the 2nd in 2021, the date of the 2021 mayoral election, this is what the Turkish official says, in the text. Now, the staffer replies, his favorite topic. Turkish official then says, Turkish community support to him. What can we do? Let's talk. So he's just trying to find out how can we be of service. Okay. And another thing too, when I said that he learned his lesson, and I said clearly Mayor Eric Adams didn't, and the staffer did, well, really, Mayor Eric Adams is the one who, in fact, learned his lesson. Because once he realized that having other people involved in booking his travel itinerary, and then his partner ended up getting the discount for the $7,000 travel for the flight or what have you. Once his partner got the discount and he didn't, and it was all due to confusion because he had other people booking it, whatever, he didn't go through the proper channels as he had previously. Well, he learned his lesson. So the next time he booked one, he had it done through that person so he could get that illegal discount. Okay. So yeah, he did learn his lesson in that aspect. Now, Adams, the Turkish official, the airline manager, the Adams staffer, and the lead fundraiser for the 2021 campaign met at a restaurant for dinner on February the 14th of 2021. And at the dinner, the Turkish official committed to support the 2021 campaign. So the Turkish official then organized a larger dinner to plan specific donations to the 2021 campaign. And then businessman number 5, the Turkish official, the Adams fundraiser, and the Adams staffer attended the dinner, which occurred on April the 2nd of 2021. At the dinner, Adams explained the matching funds program, excuse me, and solicited contributions from businessman number 5. The Turkish official told Adams, "We are supporting you." This is all such shady practices, people. Now, after the April 2nd, 2021 dinner, businessman 5 worked with the Turkish official, the Adams fundraiser, and the Adams staffer, among others, to plan a fundraiser for Adams. Businessman number 5 attempted to recruit others in the construction industry and the Turkish community, writing in part that this may feel like swimming against the current, but unfortunately, this is how things work in this country. Okay, please pay attention. Now, the day before the fundraiser, the Turkish official sent businessman number 5 at least one check, and businessman number 5 sent the Turkish official a message confirming that as of now, the checks that reached us are $17,000. On May the 7th of 2021, businessman number 5 held a fundraiser for the 2021 campaign at his construction company's offices. Businessman number 5, the Adams fundraiser, and the Adams staffer all attended. The Turkish official did not attend, but sent his driver to deliver several additional contribution checks. This is all nefarious. Okay, I'm talking about just collecting all sorts of illegal funds. Prior to the fundraiser, businessman number 5's construction company, at the direction of businessman number 5, had provided $1,250 per employee to 10 of his employees. You ought to pay attention. Okay? Now, each of those employees then contributed that amount to the 2021 campaign, with the exception of one employee who donated in his wife's name and another who donated $1,200 of the funds. The Adams staffer sent the Turkish official a list of the contributions collected at the fundraiser. Following the fundraiser, the Turkish official sent businessman number 5 a message saying, "How much is the total?" To which businessman number 5 replied saying, "I think I got to 22. He just left." Now the girls, Adams' assistants, were very happy. The Turkish official subsequently asked the Adams staffer to tell Adams, "We will continue supporting you," which the Adams staffer did. Okay, so this is all, honey. This is a whole lot. And it just goes on to talk about more and more money that was basically allocated and put out there for him through, basically, ill-gotten gains. So all I'm saying is there was a whole lot of shady stuff going on. Okay, please pay attention. A Re-Educated Soul said, "There goes those words again, contributions and fundraisers." Exactly. Okay? So, Jay Gray said, "Did Adams provide the hotel room for Diddy?" I have questions. I have questions too. Beloved. So with that all being said, listen, I'm going to stop it right there because like I told you guys, honey, this thing is 57 pages. I'm going to read the rest on my own time. But I find it all so nefarious. This man was doing a whole lot. Before I get out of here, I forgot to discuss it on the last broadcast. And if you missed that broadcast, please go back and watch. Okay, but I wanted to talk about for a real quick second, Hurricane Helen. Okay, because this is getting serious, folks. Let me see if I can go to the latest update. So likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on here just a second. Here we go. Here's a live to it.
Private online.
Have a car? Need access to up to $10,000?
Officials say that's the best way to ensure that the border won't pick your car up or anything else happens. Of course, we'll continue to monitor this system and bring you updates. Live in Gwinnett, Bobeth Yates, 11 Alive News.
All right, Bobette, that rain has been steady since about 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, we have had you covered here on streaming through our streaming app on 11 Alive Plus and 11alive.com, but also on air. That is where you will find meteorologist Chesney McNeil with an update coming up.
Okay, so with that all being said, you all be safe out there, okay? Because Hurricane Helen is not playing. And you know, they said it had ferocious winds, 130 miles per hour. Hurricane Helen is expected to make landfall late Thursday in Florida as a devastating Category 4 storm. A federal indictment against New York Mayor Adams has been unsealed. Okay, I don't know what that had to do with the hurricane, but anyway, they say Hurricane Helen, now barreling toward a landfall on the Florida Gulf Coast, will continue to increase in wind and speed over the next couple of days. As it gains power, it will also increase in categories on the official hurricane wind scale, which goes from 1 to 5. And why the category matters? Because this is a Category 4. If it did hit a Category 4 power, the storm by definition would be expected to leave a trail of catastrophic damage. Okay. Now, Helen's projected impact is so vast, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration took the rare step of telling news organizations to emphasize how much damage the hurricane figures to cause in inland locations well beyond the Florida Gulf Coast. All right, so you all pay attention because the forecast of Helen's rapid intensification from a potential tropical cyclone to an aggressive hurricane appeared to be the fastest progression ever predicted for a depression by the National Hurricane Center. This is no joke. This is no joke. I want you all to pay attention. Let me tell you all something. So my brother texted me this morning, waking me up, because I likely will sleep a bit longer. I was tired. Somebody said, Queen, you got to be exhausted from all these reports. I am exhausted. And like I told you, our school's back in, so I'm teaching my college students and having to put out work for them and check works and all that. Yes, I grade their papers every Sunday. So I get some rest sometimes from doing that during the week, from, dealing with them. But because, of course, I'm an adjunct professor and I teach online. But with that all being said, yes, I am exhausted. Okay, I've been very exhausted putting out all these lives and doing my own regular work. So y'all should really, really be grateful. Okay, please pay attention. All right. So with that all being said, stay safe out there. But as I was saying, my brother texted me this morning, waking me up with a message talking about get out of Atlanta while you can, or get out of Georgia while you can. And I'm like, what is he talking about? So I called him to find out. And that's when he was laughing at me, cracking jokes, talking about the hurricane and all of the blowback we're going to get here, which we have for the past 2 days. It has been storming. Okay. It has been, just going really, really rough here. The weather, that is. And that's one of the reasons I didn't go back live yesterday. I mean, I was tired too, specifically, but I wanted to start to go live when I saw that Mayor Eric Adams had been indicted. But I was like, no, I'm not going live because it was storming so bad. Okay, it was storming so bad. I'm like, I don't know if the electricity or the internet's going to go out, so I'll just wait. Okay, that's right. Prayers for Florida. Absolutely. Above all that, drama said, Queen, please don't overwork yourself. Honey, let me tell you something. I overwork myself literally every day. Okay. Queen Sam said tornado watch here in Charlotte. Yes. And so everybody, please stay safe. Oh, hell no, your brother is clearly nefarious. Yes, of course he is. Of course he is. Okay. And so listen, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Now there's a video premiere on the backup channel for those of you who missed it, because this is a replay, but it's for the story I did about Diddy's adopted daughter. Okay. Ava Baroni Combs. All right. So y'all tune in and catch that. All right. And I will see you all later on today. We're going to be on the spiritual channel at about 2:30. I'm going live on there. So for all of you who follow the spiritual channel, don't miss your spiritual vitamins today. I am putting them out there. Okay, Derived said, Queen, take us out with your son's song Dominoes. Oh, okay. A request for Dominoes. Okay, so we sure can get it. I haven't played that in a while. Okay, so let me just pull that up by Shakur. And we'll end on that note. Likes up, everyone please like and share. Okay, here we go. All right, let me share my screen. You all enjoy the rest of your day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And I will see you all on the next broadcast. Peace.
Marcus on the beat.
Dominoes, I'm about to make them dollars fold. I'ma have them bitches running like the comic code. In my city, bullets flying, niggas dropping lows. They don't knock on doors, they just break inside your home. Yeah, so my llama close. Yeah, if you get too close, yeah, bitches adios. Had to let that nigga know he was doing the most, trying to put my niggas on. All my niggas is broke. You think you broke, it's in your head, you feeling closest to the edge. Just keep your balance on the ledge, and if you fall and bust your head, it's nothing I could do. I know anything is possible, fuck that, ain't nobody stopping you, gotta be logical. Even if I could lose, I still gotta try, my nigga. I was gonna rob a dude when I was losing. I've been fooled by obstacles and I consume many rap beats and I produce. Gotta find my way, I'm trying to move. Why these motherfuckers wanna be kinda cool? I ain't fucking with you niggas, you comical. All I gotta do is give them a rhyme or two, saying phenomenal. Look at what time I do. Give him an opportunity to tie his shoes. I was tripping like book flights, no paradise, just parasites. Nigga been a slave all my life. Wonder why I know how to fight. Cause I had to fight for my rights. You know it's a true war between black and white. Pictures of me in the top floor. These niggas gon' hate on my condo. I'm trying to win and I'm waiting like Rondo. Balling on niggas like I was LeBron. Squares in your circle, that's too many waffles. Money, that's God, alright. Making niggas sacrifice. Like all these niggas really die for hate. Dominoes, I'm about to make them dollars fold. I'ma have them bitches running like the comic code. In my city, bullets flying, niggas dropping lows. They don't knock on doors, they just break inside your home. Yeah, so my llama close. Yeah, if you get too close, yeah, bitches adios. Had to let that nigga know he was doing the most, trying to put my niggas on. All my niggas is broke. Bitch, I done traveled 1,000 miles, all while compiling files, mine's been out of bounds, bounce between cutthroat regimes, just below supremes, raw life defining trials, I've been hiding out in a sense, yeah. Who in the box is ball with me, there's too many shots and get blocked involved in these super killer cops till we bombing all the department offices. Now I done found a proper route till I make a meal from the lines from out my mouth, since a frightful child while the toxic, niggas finna boogie down low rounds and countless clockless, obnoxious, a body competition, I'm highly opposite of fully auto rocket power style, this the tale of a flow so corrupt, it'll leave almighty God devoured now, my nigga, commence annual purge. I'm a vandal, you heard, fuck nigga, your head up on the mantle and serve them. I was sure rampant to trample you off camera, was all standards to check with the neck damage occurred. Yeah, you better plan to disperse from the game, try banning me first. Lucifer got my soul, now a dead man will emerge, bitch. Dominoes, I'm about to make them dollars fold. I'ma have them bitches running like the comic code. In my city, bullets flying, niggas dropping lows. They don't knock